I'm Dr. Linda Petticellis, and I'm sharing with you about some of the effects of childhood experiences that may be seen in adulthood and possibly goes from generation to the next generation. This study was based on the landmark CDC Kaiser ACE study by Dr. Folletti and Nanda in 1998. And it had over 17,000 adults in this study. So, adverse experiences are stressful or traumatic events that happen before the age of 18. They can include abuse, neglect, and household challenges. Research indicates that more than half of the adults in the original study reported at least one adverse childhood experience. So, again, this landmark CDC Kaiser study, a study, was done by Dr. Vincent Folletti and Dr. Robert Enda, and it surveyed that 17,000 people. And um, the key insight from all of that is that childhood adversity is common and it affects and can echo in the body and the mind of individuals as adults. And the questionnaire measures abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse. It measures neglect and emotional neglect, household dysfunction, substance use in the home, mental illness in the home, parental separation, divorce, and incarceration of a household member. The scores are basically yes and no. So it's a score of 0 to 10. So 10 is the highest and 0 is the lowest. The impact on adult health and mental health. As the ACE scores rise, so does the risk of a wide range of health and mental health challenges. These are risks and tendencies, not certainties, and knowing them helps us respond with care. So the physical health, there's high heart disease and high blood pressure, diabetes and obesity, chronic lung and liver disease, higher levels of certain cancers. The mental and emotional health, depression and anxiety, post-traumatic stress, substance use and addictions, and greater risk of suicidal thoughts. People with 4 or more ACEs can face up to 12 times higher likely of several of these outcomes. Toxic stress, what happens inside? Not all stress is harmful. The difference lies in how intense and lasting it is, whether a caring or supportive adult is there to help a child feel safe. So positive stress is a brief, normal challenges like, the first day of school that help children grow. Uh, the tolerable stress can be big hardships, but buffered by safe, supportive relationships so the body recovers. Toxic stress is strong, frequent, prolonged adversity without enough support. The stress response stays switched on. In the body, ongoing toxic stress floods the system with stress hormones like cortisol that can shape how the brain and stress response grow, affecting mood, memory, and reactions to threat. Cross generation, the generational ripple of trauma. Trauma and toxic stress can ripple from generation to the next. When adversity affects a parent's stress, health, or parenting, it can influence children too. So patterns can be passed on. Changes in parent stress, biology, and health, learning, coping, and communication and parenting styles, and family, community, and historical stressors can also be passed on. So this cycle can be broken. Resilience and protective experiences also pass forward. Safe relationships, healing, and new skills can change what the next generation inherits. Ways to reduce symptoms and heal. Healing is really possible. The brain and nervous system can change with the right support. Recovery often follows a gentle order. First safety, then skills, then making sense of the past. Calming the nervous system, leaning on safe relationships, and having trauma-informed therapy can be helpful. Your past shapes you, but it doesn't define you. Adversity is common, understanding empowers, healing is possible. You're not alone.